He is not, although the last communication that I got from him when we took a break, I did message him. He said he was about 10 minutes out, and that was 8 minutes ago. So perhaps if we address Mr. Rogers, Mr. O'Neill will be here.
Okay, Mr. Rogers, if you want to come up to the podium here, please. And we're on the record as People versus Terry Rogers. This is file number 246768. The record should reflect Mr. Rogers is present here in the courtroom today. Mr. Rogers, did you have a chance to go through the report with Mr. Trush, your attorney?
No.
You need time to do that with him here?
No, I read the report.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have the right to talk to your attorney about that. Do you want to do that?
No.
No. Okay. Mr. Trush, are there any corrections, additions, deletions?
No, Your Honor.
Are there any challenges to the scoring?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Rolla, do the people have any additions, deletions, or corrections?
No, Your Honor.
Any challenges to the scoring?
No, Your Honor.
Anything on behalf of the people for allocution?
Yes, Your Honor. This is a situation the court was here. This is a case where after the facts were presented, the jury took all 9 minutes to find the defendant guilty. It's a first felony situation, but not only was it completely offensive and obstructive police officers, but actually in this case probably trying to help him because he had a piece of something hanging underneath his vehicle. And they wanted to make sure he could drive home safely, but for reasons that he only knows, he chose not to do that which the law requires him to do. In this particular case, there's a recommendation of fines and costs only.
A case that defies common, Sense walks back into the courtroom. Back so high it shocks even seasoned professionals. Today, the court decide whether luck excuses danger.
You can understand that under the new Criminal Justice Reforms Acts, there's a presumption of no jail. As this defendant unnecessarily tied up and wasted a number of police officers who could have been handling other matters, including, by the way, a supervising sergeant, we think at least a probationary period, in addition to fines and costs, should be imposed by the court. Perhaps to do otherwise sends the wrong message both to the public and to law enforcement. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Trush.
Your Honor, Mr. Rogers has indicated to me that he intends to appeal his conviction. I guess what I would indicate to the court is, the sort of objective background here, I don't think supports anything other than what the recommendation is. That is to say, Mr. Rogers, 73 years old, has not had any interaction with law enforcement prior to this. Again, I think he disagrees about what his obligations are, whether or not he's required to identify himself in that situation under the law. He's entitled to that position. I think the jury made the finding that they did. I don't think that this is a situation where there was any sort of violence or anything like that. When the police wanted to arrest him, he willingly got out of the car, willingly put his hands together and was arrested. I don't think this is the type of situation that warrants anything more than fines and costs. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything you wanted to say today, sir?
Well, yes. I explained to the officers that I would take care of it, and being an expert, and they went from unsecured load to that I committed a crime leaving the scene of an accident, and there was no accident, sir. And as the district attorney said, they asked me 14 times and they did not. And they asked me for my insurance and my registration, and they never did, sir. And both police officers lied here on stand. And you heard it. One officer said they took my wallet off of me. And the other officer said they took it out of my center console. Who is the crooks here? Who is lying? It's certainly not me. And by not showing my ID, because these people are saying I committed a crime by the streets tearing up my car. And I examined it, and there was no danger to anybody at all. And I told them I'd fix it when I got home. And they went from unsecured load to I'm a criminal for leaving in the scene of an accident. Is ridiculous. And that's why I'm standing my ground. Because this whole thing is nonsense. And I'm not a criminal. And I would never leave the scene of an accident. I have no record. I've not been in trouble. And this whole thing is a farce. And that's what I think. And that's why I'm standing my ground. And I'm sorry for this whole thing. But I just can't abide by this, sir. I just can't.
Okay. All right, I read through the report.
Yes,
I presided over the trial, so I saw all the evidence.
yes.
And I'm familiar with your background and your circumstances based on the information in the report. And you're right, there's a lot of things that you have going for you here. You've never been in trouble before.
Yes.
And so someone who's made it as far as you have in life without having any problems tells me that you're generally a law-abiding person. And that throughout your life, you've been able to conform your behavior to what we all expect of law-abiding citizens. So you're right about that, and that certainly plays a factor in the court's decision about what an appropriate sentence is.
Thank you.
I think there's some things you're wrong about. I don't think the officers lied. I said here. No, I don't, because everything that happened was on videotape. So we all got to see it. So
You didn't.
hold on. Let me tell you something, okay? You had your trial. You got to speak. You got to speak here today. You told me your position.
Yes.
This isn't a debate.
Okay.
We're not going to argue. Now it's my turn to talk.
Okay.
So I haven't been able to talk yet.
Yes.
So I'm going to tell you what I think. You've told me what you think, and I've listened to it. I'm going to tell you what I think, and now you have to listen to me.
Yes.
I don't think the officers lied because what happened is all on videotape. So if you think that, then I don't think you're looking at things the right way. I also think you're missing the point of this case, which is the law requires you to provide your identification, driver's license, insurance, and registration.
Yes.
And you didn't do that. And they gave you lots of chances to do that. So when you say you're standing your ground, you're incredibly mistaken. And I don't know where you get the idea that you don't have to show your driver's license. The law couldn't be clearer on that. I don't know what you've been looking at on the internet or what people have been telling you, but they're wrong. It took a jury of 12 people of your fellow citizens 9 minutes to find that you were guilty for not providing your driver's license. So the stuff about the accident and all that doesn't matter. What matters is you were required under the law to provide your license. You had plenty of chances to do that. You insulted the police officer, told him he didn't know what he was doing and maybe he needed to go back to school. Like, that to me is ridiculous because you're the one who's wrong on the law. And if you appeal this, I think you're going to continue to find that out because there really is no basis for you to appeal. You have the right to do that, and I encourage you to do it. But I think you're going to find up and down the line, everybody who knows anything about the law is going to be telling you that you were in the wrong. Maybe someday you're going to accept that. Maybe someday you're not. But the idea that you didn't have to show your driver's license is the most common sense thing. And it's just clearly required by the law. And so the fact that all this time has been wasted and all this inconvenience that I know you feel you've been put through didn't have to happen. You caused it all, every single bit of it. And so to blame any of this on the police officers or the system is just your failure to take any accountability for your own actions. Because if you would have just showed them your driver's license, you wouldn't be here right now. And if you would have complied with the law, you wouldn't be here right now. So to blame everybody else for what happened here is ridiculous from my standpoint, and just a complete lack of accountability on your part for following the law. And you had lots of chances to do it and you decided not to. And I think the police officers did absolutely everything right throughout that circumstance. They gave you every chance that they could to do what you're supposed to do under the law. And you thought you knew better, and you don't. And I think it's unfortunate for you to get up here and claim that the police officers lied or that somehow everybody's set against you in this, when it's just not the case. I do think a period of oversight is appropriate here. I don't think jail time up front is appropriate. Number one, because you don't have any kind of prior record. Number two, now the law presumes that non-assaultive or violent offenses should not carry with them jail time. I also do feel, based on what I read in this report, that you've had some health issues that may have contributed to the way that you're viewing this. And I kind of your inability, I think, to see what you did wrong. And so I think some of your health issues are contributing to that. I think at a different time in your life, you might have viewed this whole situation a little bit differently. So I think all of that contributed to it. So the court is going to place you on probation for a short period of time, 6 months. The court's going to adopt as the terms of that probation all the standard terms and conditions. The court is not going to impose any jail time up front, as I said. The court is going to order that you pay a crime victims assessment of $130, court costs of $325, attorney fees of $350, a DNA testing fee of $60, and a $68 state cost. You are entitled to 2 days of jail credit. And you do have the ability to, the right to seek an appeal of this sentence. And Mr. Trush, have you provided those rights to Mr.?
I have. I'm tendering the acknowledged copy.
So Mr. Rogers, those papers explain to you how to seek an appeal and how to request an attorney to help you with that. Ms. Davis, do you need anything else from me in terms of the conditions of the probation?
I don't think so.
Okay, so we're just going to ask you to meet with Ms. Davis here right after court, and she's going to help you with the terms of your probation.
Okay.
Mr. Roll, anything else that we need to address?
Is the court imposing an oversight fee?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Ms. Davis, if you can include that as well.
Thank you. And nothing further.
Mr. Trush.
Nothing further.
All right, thank you. That's all for today. Good luck.
This wasn't about tolerance. It was about truth. When behavior crosses into recklessness, the law steps in. Surviving the night doesn't erase the responsibility.